Hi, I'm Eli. I make stuff and I just kind of want to show off all the instruments I have. I don't play every one of these because they're either bad or broken. And also, it's just the simple fact that I predominantly play guitar and the saxophone, which is off screen right now. But I have a lot of other instruments, like you can see the uke up there, ooh, and then the bass, obviously, and then there's just some other mildly interesting things. Some are great, some are awful, and some are just good. So we're just gonna go through this. I hope you enjoy. So I figured we'd start off with what you can already immediately see behind me. So this is my Yamaha guitar. The model, I have no idea, but it's just a nice little acoustic guitar. This is actually mostly what I play on, practice on, etc. It's okay for performance, but it doesn't actually have a plug anywhere, no electronics or anything. So you have to mic it up manually, which is okay, but it's not always the best when you're performing, so I generally opt for an electric in that case, which I'll show off later. It's just a nice guitar. I mean, it's an acoustic guitar, what do you expect? It sounds good. I make up stuff on it, fun little chords. Yeah, I'm just gonna play something on it. Just a little thing I just made up on the spot there. It's a guitar. Wow. Next up is the uke. It's a ukulele. It's not that crazy. It is kind of fun to just travel with because it's small and it's easy and it's just something to keep your hands working on. Because when I'm traveling, it's kind of a pain to haul a guitar around if I don't actually need it. Sometimes I will, not the greatest though. So mostly when I'm playing my uke, it's when I'm out of town. I probably should have tuned this before doing this. So don't expect greatness. It's just a ukulele. Oh, that's so out of tune. Ew, no, that's gross. Uke. Okay, next up is my bass. It is an Ibanez, and it is one of my only guitars that I actually bought. A lot of the other ones I just kind of inherited from family. Mostly my grandpa on my mother's side. But I actually bought this thing. I got it like $80 off on Amazon. I don't play bass a ton. It's more of just a thing that kind of happens, and it's also just useful for whenever I'm just like, oh, what does this sound like on the bass end when I'm like writing something or whatever it may be. It's just a solid bass. I still unfortunately don't have a bass amp yet, so I just have my guitar amp just with settings so that it would like work with the bass. It's not the best, it doesn't sound great. Well, I think it sounds okay, but it's not the best thing in the world because it's obviously not a bass amp. I'm just trying to make it so my amp does not explode. Yeah, I don't have like a ton. I don't know a bunch of like fun bass lines because honestly I've been very lazy and don't look those things up. If I'm being honest, I just kind of like fiddle around. I might turn this up a little. Like it's not great. I can oh well. I'm surprised I know that. I mean, you can always just do like, be boring, Seven Nation Army. Like, okay, I did that just all up top because that's just how I learned it. I think the original is just on one string and it's actually on a tuned down guitar, but that's how it is. Bass. Thought we would take a little break from the guitars now, transition to some wind instruments. First up, it is an instrument. It's my recorder from 3rd grade. It says Canto. I've never heard of that company before. It's just a plastic little recorder. Really bad, honestly, because it's a plastic recorder. Nothing against recorders. It's just when you give it to a bunch of 3rd graders who don't know what they're doing, it's a mistake. I don't know how to play the recorder. I'm a saxophonist, I'm a guitarist. This is not my thing. But yay. It sounds like it's screaming. I refuse to play this more. That's a recorder though. Yeah. Kind of fun to spin around. Moving from one annoying instrument to the next, we have the Irish penny whistle. This one's penny. As the name implies, it's the same thing as the tin whistle, just penny. And this one's Irish. This is actually from Ireland. I've never been there, but family has. And I've been passed down on to the with this. This can sound great, just like your recorder, if you know what you're doing. I don't. Like, I have a vague idea on what you're supposed to do. Like, if you kind of like... Like, my tone's really bad because I don't play the whistle. It's just kind of a thing I have. It's a whistle. Next up is what I call my green guitar, because it's green. This guitar is different from my others because it actually has a whammy, so you can... It sucks though. It does not stay in tune. It needs restrung. These strings are awful to slide on. Like my... Ew, it like hurts. Like on the lower strings it's still fine. The higher strings though, they're almost like coarse. It's a... I don't know how to pronounce that, but it says Univux, I guess. I guess you see it backwards, but it's a fine guitar, I guess. You know. Like, I don't know, you can just do whammy stuff with it. That's all I'd like ever use it for. If I do, it's not great. Whammy bar is pretty fun though, I will admit that. You're just like going along. okay, I guess. Next up is a guitar that's broken. It's my 12-string guitar. Poor thing. Apparently somebody kicked it, or actually stepped on it, like 20 years ago. So there's a dent that was fixed when I was tuning this like a year ago. You can't see it probably. One of the strings snapped. So it's a 11-string guitar. It's still, poor thing, needs to be fixed and tuned and restringed and like all that. But like, it's a 12-string guitar at the end of the day. And like, I could probably restring it if it weren't for the fact that one of the string that broke is a string that's only on a 12-string. So it's like, oh, like they sound cool. Like, I just don't use it. It's not great. Like, it's cool having an octave sound, but like, eh. And it doesn't help that there's a string missing, so yeah. Poor thing. Next up is my only brass instrument. I am not a brass player, and I am certainly not a trombone player. It sits in my room because it does, I guess. My brother played for like 4 months maybe in 6th grade. My dad played in high school. I've played for an hour. I play woodwinds, I play strings, I don't play brass. That's the truth of it. But I'll give it a go. Yeah. Also, this really needs side grease, by the way. This is so hard to move. That's the trombone, I guess. Next up is my saxophone. I'm a tenor sax player. This is just a Yamaha. It does not have the model number on here. Sorry. It's just a beginner saxophone. It's not like a good saxophone, but it works. It's functional, and I can play whatever I want on it for the most part. Skill is the only real limiting factor. I'm not pulling off any crazy altismo or anything. It's just what I do. Saxophone. I'm playing with a Vanderin ZZ reed right now, and then just a Sommer classical mouthpiece, because I don't have a jazz mouthpiece. But jazz reeds I do have, thankfully. But yeah, play a little something. I don't know, just made some up. I did not warm up, so it does not sound good as I normally do. It's okay. It's fun. It's saxophone. So I do classical stuff on it, but I have a jazz reed on right now, and I don't know how good that would sound. Like, oh wow, I'm gonna start playing Handel with this, like a super bright sound. Like, that would be weird. Like, it just doesn't sound right, right? No. 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 Anyways, next instrument. Next up is by far the nicest instrument I have. I need to clean it. It's kind of dusty, but it's my Gibson guitar. I don't know the exact model. I just know that it's old, right? It's like from the 70s. It's very nice. So it's very important that I keep it safe. It works super well. The only issue is, and this just needs to be sent in the shop if I can like turn this over a bit. On my 5th fret E string here, the fret has a little indent where the string goes. So if I like push up a little, it's fine-ish. But it just kind of buzzy. It's bad. It doesn't make tone. Everything else is fine though. It's a great guitar. I'm just gonna play another blues on it that I make up on the spot because I can, like all my other guitars that I did, because I guess that's all I do now. So yeah, enjoy. Yay! But now, we have only one more instrument. It's by far the most important one. Now you may be wondering, what is the last instrument? Could it really be more impressive than anything else shown today? Could it be better than the Gibson, than the bass? I mean, it's not really on the screen, right? The bass can be. It's true. I know. It's scary. What could be better than the bass? Or the saxophone? Or the trombone? Well,